Python's date and time. Python's date and time package provides a convenient set of tools for working with dates and times. The rules for it aren't complex, but they can be tricky to know it all at once. Let's say that some errors came from improper handling of time zones, but it is feasible to handle dates and times explicitly in your code. Before you run the code for datetime, first we must consider importing datetime modules. From datetime, import date tells us that we must import date class. Same goes to time and datetime. In datetime, we import the datetime class for the processing of combined date and time. We should not forget to indicate it in our code, for the function we will be using will not be processed if we don't import the suited module for it. The fundamental building block is the datetime object. Hence, this is a combination of date object and the time object. Date object has a set of values for year, month, and day. On the other hand, time object has a set of values for hour, minute, seconds, microseconds, and time zone. Time can be represented by any of these values. On module time, time is represented by ticks and struct time or simply tuple. What is tick? Tick is a floating point numbers in units of seconds for a time interval since the special time 12 a.m. of January 1, 1970. It is basically used to start counting time. This special moment is called epoch or computer age. In Python, the time between the present moment and the special time mentioned is expressed in seconds. That time period is called ticks. However, dates before the epoch cannot be represented in this form. Dates in the far future also cannot be represented this way. The cutoff point is sometime in 2038 for Unix and Windows. How to get the number of ticks? To get the ticks, first, we must import time. Yes, don't forget to put a semicolon in it and then set ticks as a variable and use time.time function. Okay. It is used to return the number of seconds that have passed since the epoch or the number of ticks since January 1, 1970. Yes, we shall print ticks since 12 o'clock a.m. January 1, 1970, colon, then put a quotation mark for the string and then the variable tick. So the output is tick since 12 a.m. January 1, 1970, 1572, blah blah blah, which means this is a floating number, which accounts for a fractional seconds. Sometimes we may want to see the current time in number of elapsed seconds since the epoch represented as a string. So we can convert it using time.cTime function. So first we must import time and cTime. And then we will set t as a variable to get the ticks or the number of ticks from the epoch or January 1, 1970. And then convert it. Yes, we'll get the string of October 25. Yes, October 25, Friday, 11:32 minutes and 58 seconds of 2019. What is a tuple? A time tuple is the usage of a tuple or list of ordered items or functions for the ordering and notation of time. The tuple used for time in Python-based systems can be largely summarized as ordering by year, which value is from 1970 or higher, month, which is between 1 to 12, day, which ranges from 1 to 31, hour, which is between 0 to 23, minutes, which ranges from 0 to 59, seconds, which is 0 to 59 again, day of the week, which is 0 to 6, wherein 0 stands for Monday and 6 stands for Sunday, day of the year, which is 1 to 366, and finally, a DST or Daylight Savings Time value of either -1 or fallback, 0 normal, +1 spring forward. Values can be accessed by index and by attribute name. For example, this moment epoch is in the structure of a tuple or struct time. 1970 stands for the year, 1 stands for the month, 1 stands for the day, 0 stands for the hour, 0 for the minutes, 0 for seconds, 3 represents the day of the week, and 1 stands for the day in the year, and 0 is for daylight savings time, which is normal. Hence, this can be translated to a string reading as Thursday, January 1, 12 a.m. in 1970. Basically, the tuples for time are just a way of ordering the values for any given specific moment in time. Let's move on in getting a current time. To get a current time, first we must consider importing the module time. Second is, we are going to use local time function to get the output current time tuple. Let's demonstrate and try to get the current time. First, let's try to import time. We're gonna type it and put a semicolon in it. And then declare current time as a variable. Time dot local time and time dot time is the process we will be using to get the current time. To get it, let us print first the current time. So we will just putting the string, which is the local current time is the current time. I'm gonna put the current time or the variable to get the result. Okay, that is the result, that is the output. The output is in time tuple, wherein TM year stands for 2019, TM mon or months stands for 10, TM day stands for 25, the day of the year, TMR 23, TM minutes 37, so on and so forth, and up till the last TMISTS t is equals to 1. Okay, time.time function translates time into ticks, while local time is the function used to convert the dates into time tuple, and the time at the beginning serves as the time class. How to get the formatted time? Here, the expected outcome is in string, and to convert tuple into string, we use the function ASCTime. Let's say, for example, we can format time by using the function ASCTime to get much readable output of time. The process is the same, just like the other one, but here we added the function ASCTime to convert the time tuple into a string. So we're just writing now the process, just full of function. All of these are used to convert each other, whatever the user desired. The local current time is Friday, October 25, 11:42 minutes and 46 seconds of 2019. That is the most readable time ever. So how to get a calendar? So there are two ways for getting a calendar. Letter A, get a calendar for a month. Letter B, get a calendar for a whole year. First one is how to get a calendar for a month. In getting a calendar for the month, it is important to import first the calendar. Next, we shall use the function month and indicate the year, like for example 1970 up until 2019 and so on and so forth, and then the month. We usually indicate it as numbers 1 to 12, from which 1 serves as January, 2 serves as February, so on and so forth, up until to 12, which is December. Let's say, for example, we import calendar and then we perform the process, declare cal as variable, and then put calendar.month, then year 2019, and then the month March, which is 3. Then perform print. Here is the calendar for the month of March 2019. Yes. Press enter. There you go. It prints, here is the calendar for the month of March 2019. And then we also print the calendar to get the calendar for the month of March in 2019. There you go. Next is getting a calendar for a whole year. This is just like the other one, but here we are using the function prcal_year, for which you are indicating what specific year you want to print. Like for example, the method in getting a calendar is quite simple. We're just used to import calendar and then use the process calendar.prcal2019. Rather, it is a function. Calendar.prcal is a function, and then the year, it can be anything, or it can be any year you want to see, you want to check it out. So here it is, the output.
Hello guys. In Python, there are different modules you can use to execute a specific function. For example, if you want to create a calculator program, you use math module. If you want to random a numbers, you can use the import random then rand int, then the range of the numbers you want to random. Also, Python has a module related to time, or it is called time module. Now we are focusing on time module and I will try to give some example for you to understand how it works. So let's start. Python time module. It handles time related tasks. It's task. Task. Alright. Then note. To use function define the module, we need to import module first. Like math module and import module, you need to first import in order to use all the modules under it. We will try this 3 time module, that time, then time that see time, then time that sleep. Let's try it. So our first example is it's already saved. So we need to import time. Then let's try the time. Print time that time. Don't forget the close and open parentheses in every function or in every module, because it is useful. It is the syntax of it. So as you can see here, it provides the numbers that you are not familiar with. All of these numbers are the number of seconds since the epoch. And what is the epoch? Epoch is the number of seconds since January 1, 1970 at 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds. That's the beginning of the time of this program. How can we use these numbers in more meaningful or useful way? So let's try another one. Let's try the C time. Let's remove this one. Let's try the C time. Let's make a variable seconds equals to time that time. Don't forget the spacing, because now local time, another variable equals to time that C time then local, then let's input the second inside it, then print local time. So we are expecting to have a more useful output. Let's try it. As you can see, it provides us the exact day and time today. Here in the side of the monitor, it is exactly the same. So the another one is, let's try the sleep. So that time that sleep works, it delays the program the execution of the program. How is that happening? How that will happen? Let's try. print, come here. Okay, let's try this. Okay, time that sleep. Don't forget your open and close parentheses. Then inside of this open and close parentheses, you will input the number of seconds you want to delay your or the execution of the program. Let's try 3 seconds. Then print. Sorry, I'm 3 seconds late. Then print. As you can see, oh, there you go. The sorry I'm late. I'm 3 seconds late. Delays at 3 seconds. So that's how that time that sleep works. Next, we will give an example for the time struck time. Time that struck time is basically contains the string format of a specific time. For example, for year, hour, day, month, and etc. Here is it. You can see TM year for this. That's it. And under it, you can use the local time, GM time, MK time, as time, using that struct time format or the string format. So let's try example for local time. Import. Let's remove this one. Import. Result is equal to time that struct. Okay, local time. Inside, let's use the time that time. Don't forget the close and open parentheses. Then print result. Let's also print the year. Result. We will use the variable, then period, then the what we want to extract. TM year. We want to extract the year, so use this. Then print another one. We want to get the month. Let's try. Result, the variable first, then TM underscore month, or for month. So we're expecting to get the struct time and the year and month. Let's try. As you see, this is the format for the struct time. TM year, then we extract the 2019 for TM year, then 10 for the month, 10 or October. Now let's proceed. Another example. Oh wait. Local time and GM time works the same. So let's try what will happen if you use GM time. So let's extract or get only the year. It's alright. Then TM underscore underscore year. So let's try. It doesn't work. Oh, we forgot the variable. So remember, always put the variable before the thing or the date you want to extract. Forget. Oh, it works. Year 2019. We get year 2019. So GM time and on time works the same because they use the format for the struct time. Next, let's give an example for the MK time. What is MK time? The inverse of local time. So let's try. What is it? Here you need the tuple inside a variable because mk time works reversely of local time. It returns the format in tuple to a number of seconds. So what was that? Let's try. You need a tuple 10 28 4 38 1, then 361 for the year, then 0. As you can see, we have the list of the based on the format of a struct time. So let's try a result equals to time dot mk time t. Then let's print the result. So what will happen? Let's try to run it. Oh, there we go. It returns to the number seconds since the epoch or the beginning of time. So let's try another one. The ask time, provide the exact time. So let's see how it works. We'll use this again, then we'll change it as ask time. What will happen? Oh, as you can see, instead of the number of seconds since the beginning, it provides us the exact date today or the local time. Next, we will try to give an example for the strf time and strp time. But first, what is strf time? It returns a string representing based on the format codes. So these are the format codes. Yes. Oh my god. This the format codes. It's basically like the struct time, but you are using different format codes. You are using this for the year. Okay, let's try to make it more clear. Let's try. We always need the import time first, then name is for tuple equal to time that local time. This is the format time underscore string equal to time that strf time. Then what we need to input inside the close and up. We need to input the format that we want to get based on the format codes. So we want to get the month and a string percent m slash percent t for day. Then we want a year. Then next, what do we need to add, or what to add next? We want a r. Then we want a minute. Change it. Oops. Then close it. Then name tuple. We're using the name tuple. Then print time underscore string. So let's run. We're expecting to get the month, the year, and the hour and the minute. So we got it right. The month, the year, and the hour and the minute. So next is the strp time. So what we need to do is, basically, what's the definition? A string representing time returns to the format of struct time. So it's like the reverse of the strf time, which you're using this inside your variable contains an exact date, then you will return it to its format. So let's try the format string. Let's try time underscore string, then the date today. Let's try October 28, 2019. Okay, next result, the variable result, go to time.strp, inside is time string, your first variable, then the format inside it can be percent day, then percent year, close it, then let's print the result variable. We are expecting to return this format. Okay, let's try. There's an error. What happened? That's not the strp. Okay. We forgot to add time. Let's try. As you can see, it returns the original format or for the struct time. So I hope you learned something for the time module.
Hello guys, and now I will be discussing to you Python calendar module. It is under the date and time module which is discussing by my other group mates in this tutorial. So and now I will show you calendar stuff. So first, if you want your program a calendar in your program, so you need first import calendar. This is like mat import, which is will show we'll input some of the formula. That is basically what it's gonna do. So first I will show you how to print a calendar's month. So here I print slash calendar dot month specific, and you have to put two index of it. First being the year, for example 2019, and then 4. Print that. Oops, my bad. Damn, yeah. You will print the month of April of 2019. So next one, I will show you how to print the calendar, which is the whole year. So first print calendar, and then the year. For example, if you want to know the 2020 calendar, so here it is. You can make your own. Yeah, that is a 2020 calendar. So next one, I will show you how to know what day it is in a week. So if you want to know, then I will show you the calendar, weekday, and then you see here, you need to input it in precise order, which is the year, the month, and the day. In month, the index of January is 1, 2 being February, 3 being March, 4 being April, as you can see, 5 being May, and so on and so forth. So for example, 2000, I will print it today, and then this month is October, and then 10. So 3, which shows you today is Thursday, because the index of Monday is 0, Tuesday being 1, Wednesday being 2, and 3 being Thursday, so on and so forth, and Sunday being 6, being last of the index. So there are 7 days, so the index is 0 to 6 being counted as 7. So now I will show you whether the year is leap year, to know how to know if the year is leap year or not. So here you need to type calendar, oh my bad, calendar that is leap. So for example, 2019, which is year today, false. So today is not a leap. This year is, we don't have a leap year, so it shows you a false statement. What if we type in calendar that is 2020, which is next year? True. So if you don't know, guys, if the year is divisible by 4, that is a leap year. For example, if you divide 2000 by 4 and it shows the result is a whole number, then that year is a leap year. So moving on, then I will show you technique which is called, and now I will show you how to know if how many leap year in a given time lifespan. So here you will know how to know how many leap year in a given time span. Leap days. So calendar that leap days. So open and close. So here you will input two lists. So first being this list past year, and then the advanced year. So example 1974, I don't know, and then 2020. If you know how many days in a leap year that span is, then you can, bam. So between 1974 and 2020, there are 11 leap days in that year. So if you want to know more about calendar module, you just need to type calendar. No. My bad. Help, open and close, open parenthesis, calendar. So here it will show all of the calendar methods you want to know. And I will scroll you slowly so you can see, and the exact input you want to input if you want to know about it. Then slowly but surely, and that's it. So here you want to input, know the index of the given year. For example, the day, the month, something like that. So here you can see the more of the that will be it. Thank you guys for listening.
Datetime module in Python. One of the modules in working with datetime in Python is datetime. This module provides various methods of manipulating dates and times both in simple and complex ways. To see the classes included in datetime module, we can use the dir function, which will print all the classes in datetime. Let's see, we will import datetime, and then we will print out all of the classes in datetime. Those are all the classes in datetime. A simple way of using the datetime module is getting the time and date. An example is date and time is equals to datetime dot datetime dot now. Print date and time. This code will output the current time, which is now 2019 10:29 17 hours 35 minutes 38 seconds and microseconds. The most common classes in data module are date class, time class, datetime class, and time delta class. Now for the date class. Date objects can be represented in a date class. A date object represents a date, which is year, month, or day. The today class method can be used to create a day. To create a date object containing the current date. For example, today is equals to datetime dot date dot today. And when we print today, it will output the current date. And they can also be get separately from the date object. For example, we have datetime date today. What if let's print today dot year? It will only print the year. If we wanted the day, today dot day, it will print today. The next is the time class. The time objects can be represented in a time class. The time object represents the local time. For example, let's say the time is equals to datetime dot 9:31:48. Yikes. Time is, let's do that again. Time, date, time. I forgot the time class. 48. There we go. When we print time, it will give our arguments here, these three arguments, as time. This can also take 4 variables. For example, let's copy this 9:31:48 and let's add some random numbers. When we print time, it will include the microseconds here. The same with date. The hours, minutes, seconds, and microseconds can also be get set separately. For example, let's print time dot second. So we'll get only the second. We'll get 48, which is this 48. Another one, let's print time dot microsecond. It will print the microsecond.